target is. Head for one day.
Alright. Guess we'll finish from where we were last time. There we go.
It's up to you whether to slip by enemies or take them down. Just remember that any situation can change fast. Familiarize yourself with your weapons and items while you can. You need to be able to switch between them quickly to meet any threat.
Okay, let's go. The fuck is up that circle? Oh, those are enemies. Okay. How do you stop? Okay. So obviously got a guy there. Oh yeah, this place looks familiar.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Fuck is that? It's a bird. Okay. Try to spot as many people as I can before going up in here. Not a lot of people out front. That means there's probably a lot of people inside. He's directly up there, though. We just gotta make sure that we don't alarm any people and get them killed. Pick up these plants.
Black carrot. Something of an ancestor to the domestic carrot. It's also a favorite of wild animals.
Let's see. I guess I can't request supplies yet. That sucks. Might have to go in with my lethal weapon then. We'll wait.
You've reached one day. They've got Miller locked up in that town. Check your iDroid for his location. I hope to hell he's all right. He's not your average client.
Got line of sight on a few more dudes, it looks like. I guess now that we've gotten closer to the mission area, they're moving around a little bit more. I could shoot at them lights from back here and try to take them out, but that would just alert people, wouldn't it? Okay. Shit.
Всем боевым группам СКП. Слышал строить целый Ирланд. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший маршрут. Проверите испытания.
Нет, не делай этого!
That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
Alright, let's be careful here, I guess.
Готовьтесь, Дмитрий-1. Обнаружена угроза. Всем быть начеку. Прием. СКП, понял. Смотрите в оба. Конец связи.
There we go. Knocked him the fuck out.
Your suppressor is no longer effective. Bear in mind your weapon will be loud from now on.
Well, at least nobody saw us get up here. That works. I really want to get Miller out of here, and then I'll probably go around the camp and do what I gotta do. Are you fucking serious? I forgot to... God damn it. Didn't want to have to do this. I messed up. I'll admit it. I didn't realize you had to hold R2 to actually like, choke him out. He's supposed to be somewhere in this building. Yep, it's about what I figured was gonna happen. Well, no, we just ain't even gotta worry about it, do we? I guess I'll just go around and see what the hell I can find. Shut up. I think there's supposed to be a way to turn on a flashlight or something. I feel like there was. Guess not. Where's he at?
Всем боевым группам, это кафе. Боевые посты. Все подразделения по боевым постам.
Oh, he's right there. I mean, I hear him. Okay. Got a spot that's itching real nice in my back right now, and I can't even like scratch it.
Понял. Внимание всем подразделениям. Отправить специализированную помощь. Повторяю. Отправить помощь. Конец связи. КП, это зона 7. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку и найдите противника. Конец связи.
I guess there's not like a lot of resources or things to pick up around here. Oh, I was supposed to go in here. I just totally left him in here.
God. No more use for me, huh? Guys, it's me. I'm here to get you out. Snake. They do something to your eyes? No, it's just bright is all. What took you so long? We'll talk, but not here.
What took you so long? Motherfucker.
You've secured the target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. Check the location on your iDroid.
Прием. Это КП, понял. Они не могли уйти далеко. Будьте бдительны. Конец связи. Стоп, это КП. Позади спокойно.
Looks like the enemy's lost sight of you. They're gonna try to hunt you down.
Magic words, boss. I've been waiting 9 years to hear him. Kept you waiting, huh? Come on. Say it for all time's sake.
God damn it. Really? Why are games like this? Like, you're literally at the back of the fucking horse. Like, are you fucking serious, dude? We have the technology to make games playable, and like, we just gotta sit here and fuck with this shit? fucking hate conversation around video games, to be honest with you, because motherfuckers be talking like anything other than the functionality of the game even fucking matters right now, bro. Because we have lost that, bro. Can't even have buttons fucking work. Can't even have shit just fucking be right. It's always gonna be difficult.
This is Pequod.
Shit's always fucking
Arriving
breaking.
shortly at LZ.
I'd like to know why we can't have horses just automatically stop and pull back on the left stick. Something natural and intuitive, right?
Ahab, do you read me? This is Pequod. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
Gas.
Uh-oh. Gas leak.
It's them.
Oh yeah, that's not creepy. What the hell? That's fucking hot. Is that like some Element 115 shit right
Ross,
there?
watch out. It's the skulls. Don't let them find us.
The skulls!
Whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting.
So... we have to go through these guys. There's no way around them. What the fuck?
Run, boss! You've got to lose him!
Oh, get out of here. Leave me the fuck alone.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Fuck these clowns. I think we got away.
Mist is cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
Hell yeah.
Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Our men, survivors from 9 years ago, were wiped out in minutes.
All right.
I don't know what they
Miller
were
in.
but it's them. No mistake.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Gaining altitude.
Might grab me some water, to be honest. Fucking thirsty as a motherfucker. Ah, man, this game just has a way of just straight out the gate just throwing shit at you. I like how each mission has its own like credits and shit too. It's like an episode in an anime or something.
We're headed for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh?
Yes, it
9 years
was.
ago. Carving out our own world. Making our own future. And they took it away.
Uh-oh. Imagine just like
gonna
lying
rebuild
on the
it.
floor right there on the fucking helicopter.
Make a new place. Together. That we can call home. Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight. Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it. You see this? Diamond Dogs. Our new home.
Hell yeah, dog.
A phantom of our former selves. Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either. Yeah. I remember it all.
Fucking Miller, man, what a character. That dude with the face, man. So fucking ugly. How dare you talk to me like that? Then again, look at my face. Holy shit.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. In Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Hell yeah, Kazuhira. Let's get it.
Our new mother base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before.
It's one of the most fun parts of this game is building up
What should
Mother
I do?
Base.
Boss?
Tell me. Tell me like you used to.
Man, we getting into it now, boys. About to start with the real missions and shit, man. I'm fucking looking forward to it. This game's gonna be so fun.
Things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause.
Hell yeah.
Cause. Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon.
I'm already a demon. Oh, man. I'm smiling right now, like so fucking bad. I'm so fucking excited to play this game. Military combat, infiltration, all that shit. Bring it
Dogs
on.
of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
Diamond dogs, motherfucker.
Let them talk.
We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Oh, hell yeah. Learn how to run Mother Base. Little chopper, buddy. Oh, I guess I gotta follow Ocelot, my bad.
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me.
This place is so fucking
Okay.
cool.
This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves to be. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. To start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put him to sleep. What's the matter, boss?
Jeez Louise.
One way of doing it. Now extract it.
This is one of the funniest shits in the game. Bye.
Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resistant. No dead bodies. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your eye droid. Select staff management. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that'll support you on missions. Take a look at the development list.
Select weapons items under the development heading.
That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team.
We can't develop a
extract a few
fucking
more
cardboard box yet.
Boss, put the iDroid away for a moment. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done. Try throwing them. Excellent, boss. Now extract it. Good. Extraction complete. One thing I should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, it could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member. Extract him. Use any method you like. Start by knocking him out, or you can put him to sleep. Boss, now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. They should be able to develop the cardboard box now.
Select weapons items under the develop.
Now select cardboard box and start development. Just be aware.
Development has finished. You can have the support unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
Oh, there it is. There's some funny shit you can do with supply drops.
I forgot to tell you. When you call it, and there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you'd know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it. You won't make any GMP or find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission.
Okay.
That won't work on me. I've had drug resistant. Hallelujah. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone and tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give them in some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
Let's see. There's a way to do this efficiently. I'm not sure how to do it. Oh, right. There's waiting room, and then there's these guys. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Is there anything I can develop before I go out? No. Go on a mission, because I'm still in the tutorial.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Fuck them all. Especially him.
Gaining altitude.
Alright, maybe now we'll finally get into some missions. What do you think? Let's go.
you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid. I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs
Not
is in
until
your
the
hands.
pain is gone.
We're counting on you, boss.
Alright, can I listen to this cassette tape shit? Oh yeah, I wanna go ahead and get this out of the way. Just listen to all these. You can actually set these to your chopper music as well. Although I think you have to unlock that. I'll eventually get to that. Alright, let's start with the briefing.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
Jeez
You
Louise.
said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
And last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all have their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There, we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It's gonna be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics?
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
The Second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes.
Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently, his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Islamic extremists?
Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years.
We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed.
The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces?
Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team,
stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on.
A prosthetic arm.
Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
I can still feel my real arm.
Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision? Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah. The doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Damn. Well, it's good to kind of have an idea of what happened before we got here. So, Cypher, basically fucking dogs of the United States, I guess, decided to wreck us because we were too independent and too successful. It's good to know. That's our motivation for wanting to kick their ass, and I gotta say it's a pretty good motivation. Let's get to the second briefing. There's only one briefing there, and then two briefing here. Or three, I mean. Yeah, there's not much left.
Osla. I hear they started calling you Shalashashka in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So, half gulag, half hero sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect?
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, a.k.a. Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism, and that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean. Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant. Only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on. Snake, I wanted to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use?
Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Big ol' man of fire can't handle a broken sprinkler. Alright, so let's take a look then. Since I have the director's cut or whatever the hell it is, we have quite a lot of people. Yeah, I can't do anything with them. I mean, I guess it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Encyclopedia. Oh. Okay, so that's what it is. Never looked at that. This is where all my shit is, I guess. Looks like I've got some vehicles and weapons. Says there's still 2. I don't know then. Alright, yeah, so we can actually do some R&D, it looks like. Smoke grenades, probably good to have. I don't want to use support helicopters, it fucks with things. Let's get the sneaking suit. Ooh, and I like Black Ocelot. That shit's pretty dope. Oh, the boss. That's what it is. And granted, these are very expensive, and I'm wasting a lot of GMP on it, but it's fine. Just gonna smoke grenade too. But yeah, let's just go ahead and equip all this shit. Definitely gonna need some C4 at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna want a sniper for this sortie or not. Alright, that should be everything I need to worry about there. Alright, let's see what I'm gonna do first.
Farming villages in southern Vahan have been subjected to a strategic bombing campaign the past several weeks. The damage is spreading. It's part of the Soviet Scorched Earth operation aimed at wiping out the guerrillas. The target this time is the commander of a Spetsnaz detachment. He's been key to the operation's success. People say this guy's responsible for annihilating the Mujahideen at Smasi Laman, the Hamid fighters, overnight. He's a tough, experienced commander. Don't underestimate him. The order from my client in the west is to shoot on sight. They want him out of the picture for good. Sorry, boss. This one's purely business. Wet work. A hit on a commanding officer of the Soviet military. Nothing personal. We're only doing this because it gets us one step closer to our goal.
Okay, yeah, sounds like a fine mission. We'll probably end up doing that. Let's go. Hang on. The target and his recon unit have occupied Shago village. Okay. So we can either go there or up here. Yeah, let's go here. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I had to equip that as secondary or not. So I've got everything that I need. Yeah, that setup is fine, I guess. Yeah, let's do this one at night. Night missions are fun. Alright, now we're definitely in the
Your
game.
target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
I'm only going to be interested in people that are worth a fuck. Let's go.
Be careful down there, boss.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
Alright, let's go. What a base.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up. good look at their faces so we can ID the targets. Commander of a Spetsnaz detachment. Not the kind of guy you want to go up against.
Anybody up here? While prone and readying a weapon, you can quickly move left and right by rolling. Tilt left and either left or right. Tilt left stick either left or right and press it in to roll in that direction. Alright. Interesting. I guess there's not much I'm doing there. Ah, shit. There we go. Very, very professional. They'll never see me. What a smooth move. Fucking asshole. Yeah, let's see if I can even understand him.
Talk.
I don't know.
You don't
He speaks
know.
Russian. What we need is an interpreter. The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language.
Let's just grab
We need a staff
everybody that
member
we
with the
find.
interpreter skill to do simultaneous interpretation. Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
Shit. Well, we got him. That was risky, but worth it. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, it's gotta be below, man. There we go. Just go to sleep, little guy. Just go to sleep. Where's the door? Because we got that guy right there. He should have just surrendered. Oh, really? Damn. Got him. He was not ready for that. Alright, let's go find out if this is the guy. With kids in America, whoa. Man, that was like an amazing song when I was a kid. Oh, come on, I know I can toss him out of here. Toss him out of here. He's been starting fights. I refuse to believe that I can't get him out of here. There you go. Alright, let's get him out. The guy talking on the radio is definitely over here.
Tell the client we sent the target to a place outside of heaven. Complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
I wonder if this guy survives this, if I throw him off of here. Yep. Let's get some more dudes while we're at it.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
We ain't got nobody right now. It's like I'm just gonna kidnap everybody.
Turn it off and shut off all the lights and surveillance cameras in the outpost. But of course, the enemy will realize something's up. If you're gonna do it, be quick.
Keep fucking missing.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
I'm out. Fuck it. My objective's done anyway. Oh, we gotta just leave the area, I guess. Is there anything in here? Nah. I would have liked to have gotten some more bodies, but, you know, it's totally okay. How far do I gotta go to get out of the...
We can't
There
let
we
them
go.
follow you. Throw off the enemies on your tail first. All right.
There we go.
The coast is clear. Mission complete.
Hell yeah.
Mission complete. Great work.
Wait, I lost GMP on that. Well, I guess for all the guys I took out. No, actually, no, never mind, I'm stupid. Why am I even talking? Jesus. Support helicopter armament can now be deployable. I never use those.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers.
Oh shit, yeah.
You can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Heard.
Remember the guys you brought back from
Hey,
the
it's
base
Hideo
9 years ago?
Kojima.
Believe it or not,
The guy that made
some
the
of them
game.
survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men. Our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
These are probably the people that I picked up on that last mission. Ooh. Nice. Very, very nice. I hope to see more of that.
The side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve. Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
These are basically missions that you can select and do out in the world. You don't even have to extract to do any of them. Oof. Sorry, I've just got like a really bad itch right now. Viewing the iDroid's help menu, you can view the functions and features available in the iDroid's menus by pressing left on the touchpad while on any of them. That's it. Ah, this itch just will not go away. Might have to take care of it. Alright. Looks like everything's going good. Let's take a look at our developments. See what we can get. Oh. Let's go with this one. Yeah, that's what I needed right there. Now I can customize the songs that play on it. Yeah, we'll listen to that in a second. Let's sample these and see which one I like. Nah. I don't think I'm gonna choose any of these, but I'd much rather. Actually, what's this one sound like? They just take way too long to build up, man. You really don't get long in the helicopter. I think I'm just gonna go with this one. And then that one will play anytime we go somewhere in the helicopter. Now let's check out these briefs really quick and see what they have to say. Then while they're playing, I'm gonna try to take care of something I got going on right now.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the Zero line that day, the Afghan side, on our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls?
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other. But one by one, their voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there.
To play the rest of these, but I gotta take a leak really fast, so just give me a second.
When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship, though a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that U.S.-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new mother base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the mother base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The mother base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
Networking. In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
That's why you made that ruckus at the zero line.
Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Kaz.
Then I just had to wait for you to save me. And I've gotten used to waiting.
Kaz.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor.
Owes us?
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs, too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles military. And when we put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
So, Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was... stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end.
But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were able to get a bargain price on the ship. Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications. We had to really work to fit in all the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact. Right now she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future, we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base, and also as a chopper resupply vessel. Diamond dogs. The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean fortitude or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Hell yeah. Well, it's good to get some more information about Kaz here. And about this mist unit and all the stuff going on. I like how all the information comes together and really adds depth to the world. Yeah, we definitely need that. I know for a fact there's a way to call for an extraction chopper. We probably don't need it. It should be fine. Bug it. This horse is pretty fast, to be real. I think I can go this way. Yep, got some people we gotta worry about here. Well, that was smooth. They didn't expect the thing. Or suspect the thing. I think I said expect. Well, they didn't expect anything either. That was close. Looks like that's where I want to go.
We found out there's an English-speaking soldier somewhere in the region. He's a language specialist. His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian. If we can get him to join us, we'll have the upper hand in information warfare. Find this language specialist and extract him.
Эй, ты же говоришь по-английски? Это непросто. Наверное, работает в переводческом отделении, аналитики, западной разведки. Я часто вижу, у тебя свет допоздна.
Да, я всегда читаю газеты и журналы с той стороны. Я даже думаю
That's the target.
Правда? Научи меня каким-нибудь клевым выражением. На случай, если я вдруг встречу американца.
I don't know if this guy's even worth the fuck. Take him anyway.
He's coming too. Roger that. Boss, that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life, like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
Alright, let's just take a look at some stuff. Alright, looks like this was worth doing. I knew there had to be like some kind of upgrade or something that I needed for my scope. So we'll go ahead and upgrade the iDroid as well. Oh, my bad. I thought I could get that. Go ahead and research this too. Okay. Actually, we're going to want a grenade launcher as well. At least have it researched. I'm not going to want it right yet, obviously, but... There's a certain submachine gun that I really want to get as well, because it's very useful. Oh wow. The effective range goes up a lot. And it has a flashlight. Oh, I definitely want that. I can't request it yet, though. I'll have to accept this first, I think. Alright. I think I can request it from here. There we go. Alright. I needed one of those anyway. Since my suppressor's fucking shot and I've only got 5 bullets.
Black carrot. It's something of an ancestor to the domestic carrot. It's also a favorite of wild animals.
Well, how far away is that? Whoa. Flashlights equipped to your weapons can be turned on off by the weapon select menu or by pressing right on the D-pad while readying a weapon. Okay. Good. It's good to know that. Honestly, with that mission being so far away, I don't know if it would be worth trying to run up there like that.
Boss, information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. That'll cut off their means to call in reinforcements. Technically, we were given this mission by a Western-backed Arab organization supporting the guerrillas. But it'll also give us a leg up in the future. Take a look at the location of the Eastern Communications Post on your iDroid. Head there and destroy its comms equipment. He who controls information controls operations. Just look at Cypher. Good luck, boss.
You know, I was trying to figure out what the hell I was thinking about every time he said the word Cypher. Like every time I kept hearing Cypher, like it just kept I just kept pinging something in my head. I'm like, what am I thinking about? Fucking Cypher Pole from One Piece, bro. That's what I keep thinking about, and it's so fucking eerie because like when you think about it, Cypher in this game is very similar to Cypher Pole in One Piece. You know, government dogs doing all that shit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this mission really quick. It's much closer.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And plus, we were just up this way anyway. Oh, I didn't even hit that button. I don't know why he did that. So I guess this is where we start the mission from. Oh shit. An actual comms device. Holy fuck. I love how like this is taking place in the 80s in the game. That's what I love about Metal Gear Solid. It's like, it's such a good fantasy universe. That's why I like Final Fantasy VII as well, like, just that feeling of, like, they have fucking attack helicopters, but they also have magic motherfuckers. Like, you can summon a dragon, or you can fly a fucking attack helicopter, like, take your pick.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Okay, bud. Let's go do that then. Going to the right is probably
Wild
the...
dog pup. He's a tough little guy. Boss, this is no time to be playing
Oh my god!
with animals.
Oh my god!
What are you gonna do, boss?
Oh my god! Yes! 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 We finally found him! We have found him! Go up, good pup. You will be my best friend. Oh, poor little guy. Oh, he's gonna make a great dog. We finally got our diamond dog.
Pick him up.
Oh shit! I was waiting for him. Oh man. He's the best buddy. He's the only buddy. If you want any other buddy than him, then you are incorrect. I mean, quiet's pretty good, don't get me wrong, but the fucking dog, dude. Yes. Who let the dogs out? Hurf, 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 hurf. Just in case they come back, we'll have them marked. Looks like it's just the one guy. I'll just keep it up here all casual like. It's not the smartest idea to travel on the roads. I mean, obviously I can fight anybody I want. I don't want to waste my resources though, like ammunition, suppressors, all that, man. Looks like I'm gonna have to go on the road though. Let's get across to the other side. Alright, we are getting close. Are you fucking serious right now? I don't need him. I'd really like him not to call reinforcements. Like he's trying to do. Whatever, man. Why would you blow yourself up, you idiot?
So if sandstorms come in,
Sandstorms limit visibility and hearing. Be careful not to move around carelessly and stumble upon the enemy. However, markers... I mean, I did that out in the open. Let's not even worry about that. However, markers are still effective during a sandstorm, so be sure to place them in advance. Oh, thanks for letting me know in advance.
But that goes for the enemy, too. Use the situation to your advantage.
Yeah, I used up most of my suppressor. Let me see if I can get a supply drop really quick. Nah, we'll call another one in later. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Honestly, I'll switch to the sniper on my back. Dude, this is perfect. They'll never suspect a thing. Okay, so I really don't know where we're going.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Okay. Well, we'll have to wait on the sandstorm, or we'll have to... I'm gonna just try to wait it out. I think these don't last forever, so I could probably wait it out a little bit. Actually, there's definitely something I can do, now that I think about it. Okay, well, I don't need it now. But I guess I have to be, like, not prone to use it. Oh, is this a... How does... Oh, he sucks. We don't want him. Let's do some quick observations. I don't think I've ever played this game in 4K before. It's so fucking nice. I see a poster we can grab. So that's not... I think I know where it's at. Like, I've done these missions before. I heard somebody cough. Oh, they're right there. Yeah, I definitely didn't want him to see me. You know what, whatever.
Where are your friends?
So I'll grab this poster really quick. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. What an idiot. What am I doing? I'm literally Big Boss, Solid Snake, Venom Snake. What the hell am I doing? Just pull my head out of my ass. At this point, I just want him to go to fucking sleep. Such a pain in my ass from the first moment I laid eyes on him. Is one of these their specialists? No. Oh, their specialist is down there. I don't know why I'm missing so bad. This is all awkward. Come with me.
Where are your